It is day 3 after the surgery, and I'm gonna go remove the bandages. But first, a little bit of an update. Every day has been a definite improvement from the first initial surgery day. It's getting less and less painful to breathe because of all the air that was in my chest. When they gave me the surgery, they pumped my stomach up full of air so that they could see everything better. But then when they were done the surgery, all that air kind of went up. It was pushing my diaphragm up, and it was pushing everything up into my shoulders. So my shoulders were in a lot of pain. My chest was in a lot of pain. And I'm not dealing with that as much anymore. Every day that passes, it gets a little bit easier. I'm slowly starting to get my appetite back, but it's really not there yet. I was on a full liquid diet for the first couple days. The second day I didn't really have an appetite either, which is just kind of clear fluids, really easy stuff to eat. Second day my diet opened up a little bit to still liquid diet, but like I could have like blended stuff. So like for supper I blended a hot dog with some mashed potatoes and some beef broth, and actually it wasn't that bad. Today I'm going to try and expand that a little bit to like, you know, some oatmeal or maybe a fruit smoothie, stuff like that. It's really not until 2 weeks in that I get to start really eating actual food again, like chewing on stuff. But until then, I can definitely make this work. Things to note, I can't burp yet. I just don't have that ability right now. I don't have any push power for my abs because they literally went through my abs to do this surgery. So any kind of pushing, like going to the washroom, not really an option. So if that isn't happening instinctively, then it's not happening. I was told my throat was going to be really shot after this, and it's actually not that bad. That was one of the symptoms that didn't really hit me super hard, which I'm really glad about. Like I can only talk for so long, like my voice is already starting to break, but it's still not really that sore. My stomach itself is a little bit sore, but it's not terrible. I can definitely feel like I can only handle very small amounts of food at a time. Like even having this much of a blended drink sometimes fills me up. Not really sure how that works, but that's where I'm at. One of the issues that I've been having so far is hiccups. I keep getting hiccups. I feel like my body's giving me hiccups when I want to burp. It's like doing that instead, and it's not the same. So I just go, and it like yanks. I feel like it's like pulling at my surgery site because it's like trying to relieve my stomach from, you know, the same sensation that a belch gives you, and it's just not working. So it's really pulling on that surgery site, and that really hurts. Sometimes after one hiccup, I have to go lie down. Yeah, and nausea is something that I've been dealing with a lot. Sometimes I'll just eat something and I'll just get nauseous and I'll have to go lie down, which sucks because I'm not supposed to lie down after I eat. I'm supposed to stay upright. So I keep dealing with this combo of feeling sick, wanting to lie down after eating. Oh, I can't lie down after eating. So it's been a bit of a battle balancing that. Aside from that though, lying down has definitely helped, especially with the pain in my chest from the air being squeezed everywhere. Yeah, let's go check out those bandages. So on the initial surgery day, they put this orange gel on to like sanitize my stomach, and like it's like an antibacterial thing. It's just to keep everything sanitary. You can see it's that orange still a little bit here, and I also started to get a little bit of a rash from this cream. So they also shaved my belly for this, which was another really fun experience, having another grown man shave your belly hair off of you. You'll also probably be able to notice that I'm bloated. I'm bloated from the surgery, right? Like I'm still pretty swollen. There's still some air stuck in my stomach. Yeah, the bloating is a discomfort that I'm also working with. A little update, I just did some walking at the pharmacy. I got a ride there and I had to go grab some meds. And walking is a bit tough right now too, because the stabilizers that I usually get and that I'm used to having for my abs, they're just not there right now. So even just walking in a straight line, like I didn't notice going around the house because I always have something to hold on to or somewhere to sit. But walking for distances is tough. You don't have the balance that you're used to. So I'm walking at like ultra slow speeds, moving around like I'm 80 years old. now beginning to understand why I'm on a liquid diet, because today I tried to swallow 2 Advils at once, which is what I usually do, and they got stuck. They got stuck, I don't know, where the entrance to my stomach is. They just wouldn't go in. And it was one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. It just burned. It hurt so much. I could just imagine the pills stuck in there. Like they just couldn't get into my stomach. And every time I swallowed anything, it just made it worse and worse. It was like a dam in there. So now I understand for like better why it's important to not have any kind of solid food, because body's just not ready for it yet. It's not even about playing it safe. Like I just physically cannot handle hard food yet. It is day 4. I am just getting ready for bed. Just wanted to talk about the pills a little bit. So I was on something called Tramset. I've got 3 pills left. I'm really trying to make them last and only take them when I need them, but it's getting tough because now I'm feeling what it's like without the meds, and it's really uncomfortable. So right now I can walk in short distances, I can bend a little bit, I can sit anywhere, that's fine. I don't need to be constantly going back to the bedroom to rest. So that's progress, but I'm gonna have to start living without these pain meds that were prescribed to me. That's gonna be tough. We're gonna have to see how that is going into day 5 tomorrow. But today was the first day I didn't need to take any kind of gravel for nausea. So the nausea has pretty much left me entirely. Finally starting to be regular in the washroom, and I still don't have the ability to burp. I'm not hating the liquid diet so far. It's not terrible. You know, as long as I'm avoiding really acidic-y foods, I can blend anything. And like, if you're creative, it's not even that bad. Like, blend the foods you like and then drink them. Like, they still taste good, right? When you have a solid food or whatever and you chew it up in your mouth, those are where all the flavors that you're tasting. So it's all mixed up in your mouth when you're chewing and tasting it anyway. So it doesn't really matter how it looks before it enters your mouth. So if you blend it beforehand, it's just, you're getting all the same flavors. It's just entering your mouth all mixed already. So it's not terrible. If I find like a meat that I like chicken, I can mix it with chicken broth. Or beef, I can mix it with beef broth. And it's actually pretty good. I'm not hating it. It's not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. So it's day 5, it's the morning, just woke up. Now that I have 2 pain meds left, took one this morning, and I'm saving the other 2 for my flight home tomorrow. Now that I'm off pain meds a little bit, I'm starting to feel the surgery site a little bit more. You know, things like yawning. I woke up really tired and I was doing a lot of yawning, and every time I yawned, it yanked at that surgery site, which was really painful. Now I'm really starting to feel all the little things, like any kind of burping, swallowing too much air, yawning, you know, anything that kind of activates this area at all is really painful. So I don't know, I hope something weaker like Tylenol or whatever will help with that. But the surgeon said that I'm clear to fly for tomorrow, so there it is, just a random wave of pain right there. So yeah, we'll just hope for the best. I'd say overall I'm at about 40% performance levels, I guess. Hey guys, so I'm back in Churchill, and it has officially been a week since my surgery. It is day 7, and this is where I'm going to wrap up this video. I think I might do one more update video at some point once I move on to the next stage of my diet. So just some final thoughts to wrap up the video. Without the strong pain meds, I noticed that there's an aching in my stomach where the surgery site is, and a little bit in the esophagus. It feels like there's this one site here that it's almost this tugging soreness. I really have to be careful with what I swallow. I really feel it now. If it's not something that my stomach, I think this is what I think it is. If it's not something, the issue is it passing from my esophagus into my stomach. So the sphincter or the stomach hole. Oh, I'm getting lightheaded right now, just standing and talking. But this is where the lighting is the best. This is another issue I'm having, is lightheadedness. Yeah, so sorry guys, if I haven't talked this enthusiastically in a long time. If it's too solid, it won't pass into my stomach, and it brings me a lot of pain. It's like a battle of it getting into. No, I gotta sit down. Okay, lighting's not as good, but I'll keep talking. So for example, if I want to take an Advil or something like that, I have to crush it up into a powder because the pill's just too big to make it into my stomach. That is why I'm not even ready to chew most soft foods, right? Because even you have to think about it in the state that it's entering, so you almost have to visualize it, right? So banana is on my not to eat list, and you think, well, bananas are super soft and mushy. But if you think about it, imagine a banana going down your throat, if you like as you normally eat it, right? You don't totally grind it into a soft mush, right? You usually kind of chew it till it's mostly gone and then swallow it. But imagine it goes down, and in the state of a chewed banana, not entirely chewed, is probably really sticky. So once it would get to my stomach area, it would get stuck where that surgery site is, and it wouldn't quite make it in. So that is why I'm on a total liquid diet. So even something as soft as a banana still poses a challenge for me. I sneezed for the first time today since my surgery, and that wasn't pleasant. Still, I can't burp, but I am regular in the washroom now. That's a really fun fact to always throw into my videos, is how regular I am, but it's a real part of the recovery process, right? And I think that's a part of not being on the pain medication that can make you constipated. So a week after surgery, I'm still kind of leaning onto things when I walk short distances. I can't walk super far yet. I'm actually just gonna check my sheet here. So technically this says that once I hit week 2, so I felt like I needed to do another week before I hit week 2, but that doesn't make any sense because I finished the first 7 days. So I'm entering week 2 now, or tomorrow, where I'm technically allowed to have soft foods. So something like a banana is technically allowed for me tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna have to feel it out and just see what foods feel okay. But that's really exciting because I really want to chew stuff again. After a week of just drinking everything, it's weird. I'm just craving chewing things. It's super odd. Like, I just want to eat a dry piece of bread. I just want to eat crackers. I just want to eat anything. Right? I just want to chew something. I want to swallow it before it's entirely mush or powder. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave the video. I know it was a long one. I included a lot of different segments and thoughts. So my next update video will be into the soft food diet. It's not going to be this long. It's just going to be kind of just to kind of see where I'm at, and then I might do one more video just to wrap up the whole thing. I haven't felt any heartburn so far, so that's it. that was the whole point, right? So that's really fantastic. But it's hard to really appreciate that because I'm dealing with all these other things, you know, all the other symptoms of the recovery. It's hard to think about heartburn when I'm thinking about feeling dizzy or feeling nauseous, which happens a lot. I get these nausea waves. But yeah, no heartburn so far. So I'd say the surgery was a total success. There are things, you know, if I were to have like coffee, it's very hot and it still feels very, it kind of makes me feel like I'm getting heartburn, but I think that's just the nature of, you know, hot coffee. So things that I'm supposed to avoid would cause a similar effect, like chocolate or sour things, citrusy things, stuff like that. So that's why they're all kind of on the avoid list right now. So updates later. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're interested in this journey at all, I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. Stay tuned for more videos. Claus, thanks out.